tuning in with us on Kracing Talk, and we will be delivering news from South Korean racing, and also the biggest stakes races will be covered by us. My name is Joe, Korean racing expert, and I'm with the two other ones. Hello guys, Alastair and Luke.
Hello, Joe.
Hello there.
Can we hear a little bit of your introductions?
Yeah, my name's Alastair, keen observer of Korean racing over the last decade and a half or so. And obviously this is a very, very exciting time of year. All the big races getting started, and even more exciting this year with a new face to discuss it with.
Luke, hi.
Hi, Joe. Yes, my name's Luke, primarily a trotting commentator and greyhound commentator back in Melbourne, Australia. Been with the KRA for the last 3.5 months now. From a thoroughbred perspective, if you heard an Australian voice commentating South American and Turkish racing, that was probably my voice. So that's my background.
Okay, great. Kracing Talk, the first edition, this show will be covering the first race, the KRA Cup Mile, which will be the season opener for all along the other years as well. KRA Cup Mile, super excited to have a look at this race, but this is a race that will be happening from Busan Racecourse. Happening from Busan, we will need to know about the track condition and what is actually how it is in Busan and the racetrack. Can we hear a little bit more detail about Busan Racetrack? Luke?
Yes, the race begins from the 1600 metres chute. It's a 136 metre run to the course proper, and then a 636 metre run from the start out of their one and only turn. It's then a 504 metre run around their one and only turn. The home straight at Busan, 406 metres. It's a gentle uphill climb from the 1200 metre point onwards, so it's not the stiffest mile test in the world, but you do have to be able to stay every metre of the trip as it is all the way uphill 6 furlongs from home.
Well put together by our new expert Luke Humphreys, who just came to South Korea. And Luke, remember the first question that I asked you when you first arrived? I asked you, who is it, the first and ever winner to win Korean Triple Crown?
Yes, under this format it was Powerblade, of course, 10 years ago in 2016, Joe.
I wonder how Powerblade has ever run in that race. Would you want to know that?
Yes, I'm sure Alastair can tell us more.
Yeah, I thought for a moment when you said in this format you were going to say J.S. Holt obviously won the Triple Crown, but yeah, Powerblade won the first one in this format. Obviously a very, very good racehorse. He won the KRA Cup Mile by 4 lengths back in 2016, came from off the pace, went on, of course, to win the Derby and the Ministers' Cup as well, and have a great career. He actually beat Philippe in the KRA Cup Mile. He beat Otugatugi, who went on to win the Oaks. It was actually a bit of a sort of golden generation among Korean racehorses. His stablemate 999, there was a year's age gap between them, but they both went on to run in Dubai. They both went on to clean up pretty much every big race here as well. Powerblade himself, he does stand at stud now. He's done relatively well. He isn't actually represented in this race, but he does have some pretty good horses running. As for his Triple Crown achievement, it hasn't been matched since then. We all thought last year it would be. Oasis Blue, of course, won the first 2 legs, but came unstuck in the final one, just showing how difficult it is to win a Triple Crown.
Okay, having said that, let's go on and check out whether we are going to have another Triple Crown from South Korea. It's KRA Cup Mile in the edition of 2026.
Right, so we have 16 runners. Unfortunately, Breeders' Cup rookie Victor Supek's winner did sustain an injury in track work this Monday, so hasn't made it to the start line. We've got 8 from Seoul, 8 from Busan. We have got some really, really good horses from Seoul. We have the likes of Dine, we've got Live Star, Hwangamojang from Busan, the likes of Hey Brother, Funny Wild, and Legend Hit. So it's very, very competitive, and we know that with these 3-year-olds, anything can happen.
Luke, our new expert, I just want to hear your thoughts about this race, and who is your top pick?
Well, my top pick is Hey Brother, but one we do have to touch on is Live Star, who was incredibly impressive up here at Seoul the last day, winning over the Derby distance of 1,800 metres. He was at least 2 lengths in front from the 1,600 metre point onwards, and ended up winning by 18 lengths in a time that was just outside of the class record. I think, as Alastair wrote up, it would win most derbies that particular time.
Happy is trying to get a little bit closer, but up top, Live starts into the home straight now. Jockey hasn't moved. We'll see how much energy is left, see how much energy he needs. 300 left to go. Yongwon Giant is about 7 lengths in arrears in second. Stunning Flatter back in third. The leader gets to the furlong pole. The rest are in a different area code, a different province, some of them here. Live Star, 1.2, absolute value here. Live Star, as easy as you like. In second will be Yongwon Giant. Third will be Stunning Happy. Then came Skyham Some KRA.
This was not a one-off performance either, because his prior 2 starts he had won by 10 lengths. Obviously considered good enough and quick enough to go for the Triple Crown and also come back in distance by 1 furlong. So he's, I think, the X-Factor horse after winning by so far last start.
So this is something that we are trying out for the first time in our shows, and this is the fun and the best part of this. Kracing Talk bringing you the selections of the experts. We're gonna start with the one who's followed the longest time. Alastair, you must be the one.
Well, I have been following this race for a long time, and in all the time I've been following this, Soul Horses have only won the race 3 times, and not at all since 2019.
Right.
This time I'm going with a Soul Horse. I'm going with number 4, Live Star. I think he's been sensational so far. Over number 1, Hey Brother, number 3, Funny Wild, and number 7, Dine.
Soul Horse. Well, I'm gonna go against you. I really think that the horses from Busan Racecourse can defend this time, and I'm gonna have to put Funny Wild on top for that reason. But Live Star is a strong contender, and we cannot overlook his form at the moment. Live Star definitely comes down to my second choice, and Burrito Soul is my third choice, and fourth choice is Hey Brother. KRA Cup Mile. It's just really wide open race, isn't it? Well, we're gonna have to hear from our new expert, Luke. Yes. Your selections, please.
My selections are 1, 4, 7, 11. 1, Hey Brother, I thought it was a very nice trial, beaten a length and a half in the principal Busan trial for this race last start. Thought he ran a really nice race. He is the highest rated in the contest, so he's my tip number 1. Over 4, Live Star. I was tossing up between both of these 2 horses. Probably, not that I'm much of a stats man, but because the Soul Horses have got such a poor record in this race, I've gone for the Busan horse, Hey Brother, but I'd be far from surprised if Live Star wins, and maybe by a very long way. 7, Diner, I think everyone knows how big a fan I am of the horse, but it was so bad a run last start, but he could bounce back. And Huanga Mojang is a roughie, number 11, got kicked back last start, had a terrible barrier draw, could be a roughie, along with also number 6, Flutter. So I rated them as the 5 key chances with my top 4 numbers, 1, 4, 7, 11.
All right, Luke, let's have a look. This is going to be all for you this time out, and we'll be back next month with the big one from South Korea, the Korean Derby. Stay tuned for more, and it's Kracing Talk.